You are now tuned in to Go Time Dolphins with Charlie Touche and Kadeem Simmons, the Miami Dolphins podcast that's for the fans and by the fans.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's show time. Going all out when it's go time. Go. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's show time. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Go. Don't waste no time.
Official preseason game is in the books. Jags v the Raiders, I believe it was, which means once again we are slowly edging closer to the first Miami Dolphins preseason game. Week 2 of training camp is nearly in the books. I feel like there's so much to discuss that's happened over the past few days. There's still technically fallout from the Dolphins having their first round pick taken away from them. But before we delve into all of that, boss man, how are you?
New screensaver, who this? Hey, does that work? New screensaver, who this? Man, I changed my screensaver for the first time since 2020. Before, I think I showed it a couple times on the podcast. It was like a Tua mock-up before he even had the actual jersey. When he got drafted, someone photoshopped Tua, and that was my screensaver since 2020. But now, this is my new screensaver. Yes. Oh my goodness. I'm so ready, Kadeem.
I think I've got the same one from about 2 years ago. That'd be helpful. I had it up.
No. Hey, did I send you that pic?
No, I found it online. I'm pretty sure I definitely found it online. Someone, I don't even know who designed it, but someone designed that, and then also like a comic book front cover of it. Both are dope. But yeah, that's been my screensaver for at least a year, at least. So,
hey, drums or flats?
What, wings?
I mean, I thought that was a universal question, bro. Like drums or flats? Like, of course, we talking about wings, bro.
So
can drums or flats apply to anything else, bro?
Well, it's more in the UK. You just ask for wings. Like wings, you just get wings. You don't really specify between drums or flats. So as a UK person, because I'm so ingrained in American culture, I happen to know that it's because of wings. But you ask the average UK person, drums or flats, they'll be like, drums or flats. What? For me,
nah, man, you acting, bro. I think everyone knows that they're talking about wings, and it's a preference. Do you prefer drums or do you prefer flats? I think you acting, Holmes. You tripping, bro.
If you go to a shop that sells wings, it's normally boneless or bones basically. That's what we have to choose. In terms of me, I guess I'd say drumsticks, but I really have no preference. Like I just like anything with chicken on it. You just give me chicken wings in general, I'm good.
I prefer drums as well. I know a lot of people prefer flats, but it don't matter to me. But I'm gonna take you up on that because, ironically enough, I have some reasons to be coming to the UK in sometime soon, and I'm gonna ask 5 randoms. I'm gonna just approach them. Hey, drums or flats? And then we're gonna see what answer I get.
You can easily do this. Just leave your answer in if you're from UK and in the comment section on YouTube, or Dolphins or Go Time Dolphins Twitter. I'm looking at you, Tom Bolton. Drums or flats? Like just let us know.
I want the authenticity of just asking the question off the bat, like drums or flats, and see if they glitch like you just did. Like what? What wings? You know what I'm saying? Like I want the genuine authenticity. But look, man, it's Go Time Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins podcast that goes not only across the pond but across the world. I'm your boy Charlie Touche. I got my co-host Kadeem Simmons with me. It's always for the fans and by the fans. Dolphins are on TV right now. It's been a lot of Miami Dolphins on TV lately, bro. Like a lot of Miami Dolphins stuff on TV. They just have to find some type of way to get us on TV. Shout out to LB. Always say, "Oh, don't talk about us now." You know what I'm saying? And then when they don't talk about us, LB like, "Oh, they don't talk about us enough." You feel me? So it comes with the territory when you're a team that's supposed to be doing something, and people say, "Oh, this, they putting something together. Let's see what happens down there." And people start talking about you. You gotta work under pressure.
I think it might have been Rich Eisen who was like, "Is Tua not salty enough?" And it's like, "Can we just let this go, please?" Like the guy can't do anything. The team in general can't do anything. There's always like if it's like, as you said, if it's a slow news day, just chuck up a Tua question and you're going to go viral. Colin the Cowman is now championing the Dolphins and saying they're going to the playoffs, and Tua is going to be a massive part of that. But again, we have the receipts. We know what you've said about him, and like I said before, if the Dolphins make it and Tua is a pivotal reason for that, they'll say, "Oh well, it's only because of the weapons they gave him." And if the Dolphins don't make it, and Tua again plays a part in that, they'll say, "Well, I drank the." I feel like I'm literally repeating myself, and they'll be like, "I drank the Kool-Aid. I thought, it was pre-season hype, but deep down, I really knew." And it's like, okay, whatever. Like, you do it, Kadeem. Backpedal as much as you want. We have receipts.
Kadeem, I think they call it. Hold on, let me go to the glasses. I think they call it the cinema over there. We call it the movies. We're going to the movies. Y'all call it the cinema?
Cinema.
Or
Yeah.
y'all theater? Yeah, what y'all call it?
Cinema.
All right. I don't know how they operate across the pond, but when you were younger and used to movie hop or try to go from movie to movie, you know what I'm saying, sneak in the different. You never snuck in a different movie? Like, oh, I'm here for one movie and I seen it, but I don't want to leave, so I'm gonna try to sneak into another movie to see that movie too. You never did that when you were younger?
I'm an upstanding citizen. No, I've never done that before. I pay my money to see one movie. When that one movie ends, I go home. I'm not gonna jump into another movie. Like, no, I'm not about that life. If you're gonna snitch on yourself, then what can I say? But no, I've never. Was it IHOP or
Nah, I mean it's movie hop.
movie hops? So
IHOP is a pancake restaurant.
that's it. I knew I've heard that before as well.
This is so good. I love this podcast, bro. I love this show. This is like one of my favorite shows ever, bro. Listen, man. Shout out to GTD. Them boys really do their thing, man. Listen. So when I was younger, we used to movie hop, and when you're walking around a movie theater, you might get hit by someone randomly approach you, like, "Hey, let me check your ticket." You know what I'm saying? Let me check your ticket. Let me check your ticket. Right? Like, I think I seen you here a little long, and I'm pretty sure your movie's over. Let me check your ticket. Or maybe you're on, I don't know. I know y'all got trains over there, subways. What's y'all underground, y'all call it. You know what I'm saying? I could just find some other place here in the States where you get your tickets, your ticket checked. Like, let me check your ticket. Bro, I'm checking tickets, Holmes. Colin the Clown missed the Tua train. You can't jump back on the Tua train now, Colin. It's a wrap. It's over with for you. I got receipts, bro. We got receipts. It's not happening. Colin the Clown is not welcome on the Tua train. Don't try to jump on late and be like, I told you about the Dolphins. I told you I like what they were doing. I told you if they got an offensive coach that what was going to happen with Tua. Nah, bro. You try to dip your water and you try to dip your toes of the Tua hater water, and you wanted to go with the clickbait. You wanted to just pile on like everybody else was piling on my quarterback. But guess what? That's my quarterback. and you are not allowed on the Tua train, Holmes. The Tua train left the station a long time ago. So for you to put this little soliloquy together and put it out because you knew you was gonna get clicks, I got dirt on you, doggy. It's not happening. You're not welcome on the Tua train, Holmes.
Yeah, sometimes you have to just, let them talk because again, this is the days of the internet where people save everything. You thought your tweet, which you deleted in 2 seconds, that no one screenshotted. Nope, they've got the screenshot. They've shared it in the groups, and literally, when the Dolphins win their playoffs games, when they win their Super Bowl rings, then it's like you said, nope, you can't. You can't be part of the parade. And it goes that to Dolphin fans as well. We know the Dolphin fans who, after last season, were out here saying, "Get rid of Tua." There are Dolphins podcast, Dolphin Twitter accounts, Dolphin fans who are still defending Deshaun Watson and saying the Dolphins made a mistake in getting him. It's like, again, are we still doing this? So people are going to try and play both sides as much as possible, but there are the real Tour fans know who each other are, I guess, and we'll see going forward how the season plays out, I guess.
You ever heard the phrase "know your way around the kitchen"?
As someone who doesn't cook much, I've heard the phrase, yeah, but I never really say it.
So it does not apply to you, is what you're saying. You don't know your way around the kitchen.
I know my way around where to get the alcohol, where to get the cereal, and where to make my coffee in the morning. That's about it, really.
All right, cool. That's fair. So for someone, if you got to use it in like you got to listen to the context clues. If someone says, "Oh yeah, he knows his way around the kitchen," that probably means he can cook, right? He knows his way around the kitchen. I don't know my way around the kitchen. I don't. But you can kind of tell, you could pick up on certain mannerisms of certain people when they are in the right environment that they are called to be in. For example, posture. All right. If you look at someone's posture when they're working or in a place of business or in a place of I don't know, in their profession, you can tell by their posture if they're about that life or not. Like, you know what? This person is doing what he's supposed to be doing, or that person is doing what she's supposed to be doing. Like, you can tell that she is called to do that. You feel me? I'm gonna be real with you, Kadeem. Mike McDaniel, he has it, bro. Like the posture of a head coach. I caught him, just a clip. I seen him at practice and the way he was walking, like he did not look out of place. It didn't look like he was overwhelmed. It didn't look like this guy doesn't know what he's doing. This guy looks like a play caller, but they gave him a head coaching job. That's not the case. Mike McDaniel, in this case, knows his way around the kitchen. Like he knows his way around the practice facility. He knows his way around a football field, bro. He knows his way around a playbook. He knows his way around a football team, bro. Like this man, the way his posture, walking around training camp, is that of, for lack of better words, a boss. He's a boss, bro. And you can tell someone. I was looking at one of the mic'd ups, and someone said something to him, and he double take. I'm like, who said that? Who said? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
And I kind of have a suspicion that it was because he probably didn't know who that person was, so he was kind of looking for his number on his jersey, but the jersey was kind of rolled up, so he didn't really know who it was. So you're like, you know what I'm saying? But the man looks so comfortable, Kadeem, so comfortable. And I remember, and this is not a shot at Brian Flores at all, but I remember Brian Flores' first season, he didn't look that comfortable. He didn't seem like he was that comfortable. And maybe in hindsight, it's because of all the stuff that's coming out now that he had to endure in his first season. Like, yeah, you probably wouldn't be comfortable either if you just got a job and your owner allegedly said some things to you. So, but Mike McDaniel, man, all the I don't know. I know he's cool, he's funny, he's the geek, he's the nerd type thing. But is he gonna be able? Is a whole organization gonna be too overwhelming? Boy, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm sold like an auction on Mike McDaniel, Holmes. But yeah, man, I like Daw's posture around the football field, man. And I trust everything that's coming from the offensive side of the ball this year.
I'm glad you said that, because one of the things I wanted to discuss on this episode is the offensive side of the ball, and I guess Mike McDaniel's had quite a few issues since stepping into the building. We've mentioned, the whole, he basically took over and immediately the Dolphins were under investigation for a number of things. He's had to deal with so many questions around Tua, which shouldn't have been questions, all that kind of stuff. But one of the things he's having to deal with at the moment is the wide receiver reps. In terms of, obviously we all know that Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, and to a lesser extent Cedric Wilson are like the only three surefire wide receivers to make the roster, come September. Do you think that's fair to say, those three players? You're on mute.
Say that one more time.
Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and Cedric Wilson. Yeah.
Only 3 locks is what you said.
Yeah.
Only 3 locks. I agree 100%.
From what we have seen in terms of clips and from the beat writers who are, at the training facility, Eazy-E, aka Eric Ejikama, seems like the lock for number 4, given how he's played so far in preseason or in training camp. And he's someone who we mentioned on this podcast. He looks like we gathered, I guess, he'd be one of the ones who would, shine in preseason out of the rookies and make his way into the final 53, I guess. But then you get the first of the ones who we were surprised even got re-signed, but is looking like, for lack of a better term, is being a bit of a crybaby, and that's Preston Williams. So it's a couple of days old now, but if you haven't seen it, because it didn't really make that much attention by social media or national media, Preston Williams, in one of the post training camp sessions, basically said he's not getting enough reps, not getting enough chances so far this summer.
Opportunities, I think, is the word to use it.
Yeah, and kind of alluded to speaking to his agent about what his options are. The following day he said this, Tyreek Hill didn't practice, was one of these rest days, is what it is, and we heard nothing about Preston Williams making the most of his opportunity. Before I carry on, what do you make of Preston Williams' comments?
Shout out to the unicorn, Preston Williams, and even to go even more into that, Kadeem, he wasn't talking about just his reps. It wasn't like, I'm not getting enough reps. He said opportunities, and what he meant by opportunities was, even when I do get my reps, they script a safety over the top of me. You see what I'm saying? So he's basically saying, for example, the other episode, I told you, we're never gonna have single high. So the defense called single high when Tyreek scored that touchdown in training camp. Everybody went crazy. Never gonna happen in the regular season. No one's ever gonna play a single high no more. So that told me that they wanted to see what they could, look. The Dolphins wanted to see a specific look on offense. Hey, let me see what happens if we get this look, right? Because if it's just Boyer going back and forth against McDaniel, I'm sure it's not going to be like that, right? Boyer wouldn't have a job. So what Preston Williams is saying is, when I get my reps, why y'all rolling a safety on top of me so I can't do anything? You see what I'm saying? Because obviously we're on the same team. This is just practice, and y'all can script something else to where I can have an quote unquote opportunity to do something. I'm gonna push back and say this. You had 3 years of opportunities, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is, and I rock with Preston Williams.
We both do.
I was on this podcast and said Preston Williams is the prototype, the physical prototype of an NFL wide receiver. When you create a wide receiver, when you make a creative player in Madden or whatever sandlot football game you're gonna play, you want that receiver to look like Preston Williams. Bro, you had 3 seasons to do something. Do you think there's someone else on the team that was on the team for 3 seasons and showed up and all of a sudden you make it a camp this year and say, "Oh, I'm not getting my opportunities now, bro." If you showed up, like you wouldn't need opportunities in practice. We talking about practice now. I'll be real with you. I'll be real with you. If you don't make it the best of your opportunities the past 3 years, which apparently he hasn't, he only played 8 games in each season of his previous 3 seasons. If you haven't showed up, then yes, you need your opportunities in practice, because that's when you show up. Like, yo, there's players out there that say, "Oh, I'm not a practice player. I need reps in the game." Like, bro, stop it, bro. Like, if you don't show me something in practice, why would I put you in a game? You see what I'm saying? So yeah, you need to show me something in practice for sure. And that's why there's 90 people on a roster in the off season. Yo, we got to see something. Show me something. Show me something that makes me say you're better than the next player. And what Preston Williams is saying is, I don't get the quote unquote opportunity to show you something in practice because y'all scripting defenses to prevent me from doing it. And I disagree. I just feel like, yo, you really just, you're not that deal, bro. You were actually a surprise. We were actually shocked that we re-signed Preston Williams. So I don't, and here's another thing, Kadeem. He was whining when he said it. You know what I'm saying? There's audio out there. You know, it's Go Time Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins podcast that goes not only across the pond, but across the world. Charlie Touche, Kadeem Simmons, for the fans, by the fans. There's audio on Twitter. There's audio on YouTube. You can go check it out. Find Preston Williams wants more reps or whatever, and you'll see him talking about it. And it's just a terrible look. Like, bro, you Preston Williams. You know what I'm saying? You're not Julio that was on a team for 8 seasons and was knocking on the doorstep of multiple conference championships and 1 Super Bowl appearance. You Preston Williams, bro. Like, had you had the mentality for the previous 3 seasons, we would not be having this conversation, bro. And this is not even a shot, because we like Dog, you know what I'm saying? But Dog is tripping right now. He's tripping.
The funny thing is as well is that I believe after he said that, Lynn Bowden posted on Instagram of like photos, and I think like the phrase was something like working or something like that. Like Lynn Bowden was like, while you're complaining, I'm putting in extra work. And this whole he's not getting opportunities. Again, the one thing we've heard or we're hearing from the guys that are, you know, the reporters that are on the ground, feeding information back to us fans, from the people that are, or the fans that are now watching them train, outside of Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill showing up, you're hearing the same names. You're hearing, Eric Ezekama. You're hearing, Braylon Saunders, even like River Craft and stuff like that. You're hearing other guys making the most of, their one-on-one situations, making the most of getting open when it is 7-on-7, 11-on-7, pads or no pads, in the nicest way possible. It's not like the entire Dolphin secondary are genuine studs. The chances are, if it's just, I don't even know what sets the Dolphins are putting out at the moment, but say it's Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and Preston Williams. We already know that Byron Jones isn't even training, and the chances are it's going to be X on either Waddle or Hill. So Williams is getting looks against, your Nick Needham, your Noah Igbinoghene, maybe even like a True Williams. Again, True Williams is balling, in training camp. Preston Williams, the Dolphin secondary is one of the toughest secondaries you will get this season. I understand if, you're not, you might struggle against an X, but there's other DBs you should be dominating. And the fact that you're not dominating in your one-on-ones, because if you were, we would hear it. It's, if anything, it sounds like someone who wants the easy life. Someone who, basically is saying, I've been here for 3 years. I'm one of the vets in the room. I deserve respect. It's like, respect is earned. This is a brand new coaching staff. And to even go further, just say that, like, you know what, Preston Williams has been here for 3 years. There's tape on him. He's a lock. If you watch the tape, What does the tape show? Drops. Like, is it someone who has had like Mike Gesicki or Jalen Waddle?
We didn't even lead with that, Kadeem.
Like,
We didn't even lead. I went, took my take. You just had your take. No, me or you did not say, Preston Williams, you have a 48% drop rate. We don't know if you're going to catch the ball. We didn't even lead with that, Kadeem. Like, this is a literal stat. Like, yo, bro, you drop the ball 48% of the time. I don't know what I'm going to get with you, Preston Williams. And not only do you drop the ball 48% of the time, you only play half the season. That's not good, bro. It's not a good look. And you hit it on the head, bro, when you just said it's like he don't want to put the work in. Because I'm sitting here, I was going to wait for you to finish. And I was going to say, it's funny how he said, oh, but why are they scripting a safety to come over the top when I'm in on practice? Like, you think that really matters to a dog, Kadeem? Like, you think that matters? Like, bro, I don't care what y'all do. Watch me perform.
Yep.
Watch me ball out. Y'all want to try me? Watch this. Bring whoever you want. Bring Clayton Fesdelum and Nick Needham. Watch what I do to these boys. Y'all going to have to get the big dogs out here. Y'all going to have to tell X to come over here and get me. That's the mentality he needs to have. Not the, I'm going to talk to my agent. Like, that's not going to cut it, bro. That's not it. That ain't it.
It's one of those things where do you think, and again, like, genuinely, neither of us hate Preston Williams. We both said that Preston Williams is the one of those guys who needs to have an amazing training camp to make this roster. And that's a good thing. Like, Preston Williams should be seen as an opportunity, to improve. It's one of those things where do you think Noah turn around going, why is it in my one-on-ones? Why is it always, I'm shadowing on Tyreek Hill? Why can't I get, one of the rookies? Like,
Straight up.
Again, iron sharpens iron.
Straight up, bro.
The way this game we think is going to work, guys are going to get open. And it's one of those things where even if on the play that you're on the field, you're not open, get open. Like, create separation. Make it to a point where when they go back and watch the tape, they say, you know what? Preston Williams is always open. Always open. And like I said, Eazy-E, Braylon Saunders, from what, I live in London.
Hold on. Because I see what you're about to go. And I'm going to turn the corner for you. But ding, ding, ding. Not only did we not come in talking about his drop rate, no one mentioned, bro, you don't get open, dog. You know what I'm saying? No one. And this is coming from two Dolphin fans that are Preston Williams fans. Bro, you have a hard time getting separation, and you have a 48% drop rate. Last but not least, you only played 8 games in each previous season in the past 3 years. Come on, bro. It's not looking good for you, Holmes. It's not. So, yeah, you don't like he has no separation. We have that already. We have the 4th tight end on the depth chart that can't get open. You know what I'm saying? And you want to be a receiver, bro. But nah, I'm gonna let you go ahead and get into the other receivers you was about to talk about.
Well, again, do you really think that when Braylon Saunders, Lynn Bowden, and Eazy-E, who are probably the other guys fighting for a roster spot, do you really think they're out here going, I'm not getting opportunities? Like I said, social media over the past 2 weeks, all we've heard, another amazing catch from Eazy-E, another touchdown from Eazy-E. We're seeing clips of Braylon Saunders routing guys up and making catches. Like, if his play on the field was warranting fans and media to get hyped, then they would be getting hyped. Like, I don't want to move away from the wide receivers, but one of the reporters who were on the Tua apology form, he's come out and said this week, Tua's shown growth and Austin Jackson's looking good. Like there are players who media reporters over the past few years have not liked. And they said, you know what? These guys are turning the corner. No offense to you, Preston Williams, but dude, come on, man. Like, and again, this is just my personal opinion. Your mentality should have been, I came to this league undrafted.
That's it.
And I've been fighting every single year. He should be saying to Braylon Saunders, Eazy-E, to Cedric Wilson, to Tyreek Hill, to every single wide receiver that joined the team this year, I've got a spot in this team and I'm going to show you why. Don't be like, I ain't getting opportunities. Like, dude, come on, man.
Bruh, nah, he should. What he should say is, hold my beer. Like, watch this. Like, watch what I'm about to get in. For everyone who doesn't know all right. Shout out to everybody who rock with us at Go Time Dolphins GTD. We have a few favorite players here on Go Time Dolphins. And a few of our favorite players are no longer here right now. And I'm going to just throw this player's name out here since it's on par for what we're talking about. Kurt Merritt. For everyone who does not remember, or for everyone who remembers Kurt Merritt was undrafted, excellent tape, awesome tape. He has some of the best tape I ever watched as a undrafted receiver. And I just knew he was going to eat up I just knew he was going to eat when he got in. And he had a drop. He played, I think maybe, and no, don't take this one to the bank, but I think he had 2 regular season targets. He might have had 3 regular season targets in his career at Miami. And obviously this is just a Dolphin fan watching the games. So maybe I missed a target or 2, but I think he only had 3 regular season targets and he dropped one. One was incomplete on an errant throw. And I think he had 1 reception. Maybe. It was close. All right. That's who Kurt Merritt is. And I love Kurt Merritt. Not even gonna lie to you. Shout out to GTD social media team. They did a little Kurt Merritt thing on IG. It was dope. And he liked it, by the way. Shout out to friend of the podcast, Kurt Merritt. How about that? Right? That's who Braylon Sanders is now. Braylon Sanders came out of nowhere, was not supposed to be a thing. Preston Williams thought it was sweet. I'm an undrafted free agent, and I'm going to get the bag when it's time for me to get the bag, right? Bam, wrong. That's not how it works. It has to be earned. You know what I'm saying? Because there's always somebody somewhere working. Somebody you didn't see coming working. And all of a sudden, lo and behold, Braylon Sanders shows up and says, Preston Williams thought he was going to get a bag? I need my opportunities too. Preston Williams, like, you got to see me before you see anybody else. Shout out to Braylon Sanders.
So this is from the Miami Herald. Trent Sherfield, Braylon Saunders, and River Cracraft have looked the best in the battle for the 5th and 6th receiver jobs behind Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Cedric Wilson Jr., and Eric Ezukanma. Dude, that's not even mentioned in Bowden. Like, Preston Williams is another one. Like, it's one of those things where, you know, Braylon Sanders is this year's Preston Williams. Like, dude, there's always a Preston Williams coming up to take your job, Preston Williams. Like, no matter who you are, you're always one preseason away from being irrelevant. There's always
or relevant.
Yeah, there's always hungry guys coming through the building on other teams. Like, again, nothing is handed to you. Again, you look at the way Tyreek Hill trains. He trains like that because he does not want to be, to get left behind. So, again, I would have loved it for Preston Williams. I'm saying it like Preston Williams isn't going to be part of the Dolphins team going forward. Who knows? But there's a way to, okay, you're not getting opportunities. Do you know what you do? You say to Tua, you say to Teddy Two Gloves, to Skylar Thompson, after practice, let's get some more reps in. I want to improve. Dude, Preston Williams should be in Tua's kitchen at 3:30 a.m. before Tyreek Hill even gets there. Be in the kitchen washing dishes. So when Tyreek Hill gets there, the dishes are done. Dude, we've got that connection. Like, that's what he needs to be doing. Like, and people are watching probably thinking, these guys really don't like Preston Williams. That is not the case.
Because we love Dog too.
But it's just a matter of, don't get left behind. And in the nicest way possible, I want to give the proper shout out for this one. I want to say it was Nick Kerr. It was Nick Kerr. He said on Go Time Dolphins Twitter account, trade Preston for some more O-line help. I don't even think we can get decent O-line for Preston Williams right now. Because again, the rest of the league will look at it and go, 3-year NFL vet, can't really call him an NFL starter, with a 48% drop rate and has only played 8 games in a full season. What are you getting for that? It's tough on these streets. So listen, there's still a couple more weeks of training camp. There's joint practices with the Bucks next week. The Bucks, game. There's opportunities, but opportunities have to be earned. They're not handed to you. I'm pretty sure on Go Time Dolphins, if I wasn't putting the work in, off air, if I was turning up, not fact checking, not doing the things that I need to do to stay here, you'd be like, Kadeem, this isn't working. Like, do you know what I mean? So I genuinely hope that, what we've seen or what we've heard from Preston Williams translates to him putting that work in, but in the nicest way possible. I actually don't think that's going to be the case. And I think he's just going to be bitter about this. If I had to ask you right now, and say the Dolphins take 6 receivers on their 53-man roster, who do you think the 6 will be?
The 6th?
No, all 6.
All right. So you said you don't think they take 6 going into the season.
I'm saying they're taking 6.
Yeah.
Who would your 6 be?
All right. I know this much. I know you can't only play 8 games a season, have a 48% drop rate, and can't separate in your routes, and then talk like this and expect to make the roster. I know that much because now I don't want that energy around my locker room. I know that much for sure. And then why are we even putting you on the practice squad if you clear, whatever you got to clear? You know what I'm saying? Like, do I want this guy on the practice squad? You see what I'm saying? So I think you make your bed, you got to sleep in it. They say that in London.
Yep.
Make your bed, you got to sleep in it. And I think Preston Williams is making his bed right now, unfortunately. My 6 receivers, remember, Go Time Dolphin listeners, that the 6th receiver is most likely a special teamer. Preston Williams don't play special teams. You expect Dog to go make a tackle? Like, real talk, bro. You expect Preston Williams to make a tackle on the punt team? On kickoff team, you know what I'm saying?
He'll be out for the season. Like, he'll get hurt.
Bro, yeah. And I believe you could tell Braylon Sanders, hey, I need you to go make a tackle. And I think he'll do it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go with Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Cedric Wilson, Lynn Bowden Jr. All right. Eric Ezukama and Sherfield. Sherfield's going to be the special teamer. That's what I got.
So just to clarify, Hill, Waddle, Cedric Wilson, Easy E, Lynn Bowden, and Trent Sherfield, yeah?
Lynn Bowden, Eric Ezukama, Trent Sherfield, yeah.
Lynn Bowden, Eric Ezukama,
yeah.
Trent Sherfield.
Yeah.
Easy E.
You said Eric Ezukama.
Okay,
yeah, that's 6. Sherfield's the last one on the roster.
Yeah, I think the first 4 are locks, and those first 4 are Waddle, Hill, Wilson, and Easy. I think those 4 are locks. And then those 2 spaces are between Lynn Bowden, Trent Sherfield, River Cookcraft, Preston Williams. Probably forgetting someone. I think the 2 that make it will be. And you know what? Throughout this whole thing,
you didn't say Braylon Sanders. That's what you forgot.
Neither of us mentioned Mohamed Sanu, and I don't think he makes it.
Yeah, I don't think he makes it either.
Yeah. I'm going to go with.
And if I'm being honest, I think there's more receivers there too. There's more than that too. But no, they're not gonna make it. But you gotta have bodies. And again, you never know who gets hurt. You know what I'm saying? Someone could get hurt, and then you know what? This is new now. You got weeks before the season starts, and you over here. I don't want to say crying, but I'm gonna say you crying, bro. Like anything can happen.
So I've got my 4, and then my final 2. I guess I'm gonna go with Trent Sherfield. No, I'm gonna go with Dalen Saunders and Yeah, and Trent Sherfield. I don't think Lynn Bowden makes the team.
Breaking news.
I don't
Kadeem
think,
doesn't think Lynn Bowden makes the team.
no.
That's wild. So, all right, that's fair. That's fair. Now my thing is, I also had a conversation yesterday that what you said about Nick Kerr about trade Preston for a lineman, and I said, and I didn't know Nick said that. So shout out to Nick. He also offered us tickets to go to the Raiders game with him, and we appreciate you. We appreciate you off the air, so we're gonna appreciate you on the air as well. But I didn't even know he said that. And what I told LB was, because LB kind of alluded to something similar, and I said, LB, Preston Williams is not gonna get nothing. You're not gonna trade. Preston Williams is not gonna get a swap of sevens. That's not gonna happen. But Preston Williams and Lynn Bowden, all of a sudden, I'm listening. You know what I'm saying? So now, Kadeem, what you do is you package Preston Williams, Lynn Bowden, and a 5th round pick and a 4th round pick, and you go holler at Atlanta and say, "What's up with Matt Hennessy, man? What y'all gonna do?" You know what I'm saying? Preston Williams, Lynn Bowden, and a early round pick. What's up with Matt Hennessy, man? What y'all want to do? You know what I'm saying? So I'm game for that. But yeah.
And the thing is as well, I don't know who it was. That's it. Right. So Tim Patrick carted off during this.
I love Tim Patrick.
Dude, Tim
Matter
Patrick.
of fact, I mentioned Tim Patrick on a Go Time Dolphins podcast like last season. I mentioned Tim Patrick. I love Tim Patrick, bro. Matter of fact, I said we should get Tim Patrick to replace Parker. That's what I said, bro.
Like, Tim Patrick is a dude, and it looks like he's going to miss the NFL season. Absolute shame. But straight away, Dolphin fans were like, give him a wide receiver. And I think someone mentioned, is it Quinn and Merez? But
mention who?
I think it's Quinn and Merez. Let me
the center?
Yeah.
Quinn and Miners. He went to small school, super small school, and he was a guard / center. He had the belly out in the last season, not this season, 2 seasons ago. He didn't make Touche's 24 because he was too popular. But yeah, Quinn and Miners is over there. He's a center.
Yeah. Someone was like,
that could be used at guard.
Yeah, someone was like, take him. Like, again, the Broncos aren't really willingly giving him up. But again, it's why not try? It's because I take it the Broncos are going to start Lloyd Cushenberry at center.
Mm-hmm.
And then at guard, probably Graham Glasgow, and perhaps
that's awesome. Whoever did that on Twitter, that's an awesome look. I doubt they do it. I'm gonna be real with you though, Kadeem. Atlanta need to help more than Broncos need to help. So let's go get Matt Hennessy and then put Connor back at guard. So I wanted to ask you this before we go. Josh Jacobs was the only Raider starter with extensive reps in the preseason game against Jacksonville. That is disrespectful to have a starter with extensive reps in the first preseason game. Why is that? Do you think they're unhappy with him? He's in a contract year, or were they like trying to showcase him to shop him? My question to you, Kadeem, once again, we're back. You know the state of our running back room. You know the state of the Miami Dolphins. Are you interested in Josh Jacobs? He's in a contract year, and the Raiders are trying to move him.
No, I'm not interested, especially because we assume that Raheem Mostert might not even be ready for the start of the season. It looks like he will be ready, and I think the running back room, I wouldn't say it's overcrowded because I think it could do with an upgrade, but I don't think Josh Jacobs is the upgrade that we need right now. How about you?
I disagree. I'm gonna go the other way. I say let's shake something. I mean, it's not gonna be much. He's a rental, so he's gonna come in. If we trade for him, it'll probably be for a 5th or later. You know what I'm saying? we would trade for him. I believe immediately he's the best running back on the roster. Yes, health is an issue, but I think he's better than Chase Edmonds. I want to be very clear. I think Chase Edmonds goes off this year. I think Chase Edmonds legit goes off. Chase Edmonds is going to be a running back this year and in the NFL, and people are going to talk about Chase Edmonds. I think that happens. But I do think Josh Jacobs is better than Chase Edmonds. So what happens is if you trade for Josh Jacobs, you have quality depth. Do we have quality depth now? Yes. But let's go through the running back room real quick. Chase Edmonds, Raheem Mostert, Sony Michel, friend of the podcast, Myles Gaskin, Savon Ahmed, Zaquandre White, Jared Dokes. That's a lot of depth. But that's not, is that quality? Like, really, like Raheem Mostert almost retired last year because of a knee injury, and he's hurt every season. So after Raheem Mostert, you have friend of the podcast. Oh, well, yeah, we'll go with friend of the podcast, Myles Gaskin. We know what we get with Myles. Improve O-line, maybe he looks different. We know what we get with Savon Ahmed. Is he a 2 running back? Probably not. Sony Michel, I'm not sold on Sony Michel. I like him, just not sold that he could be a 2 running back. Josh Jacobs will come in, be the number 1, bump and split carries with Chase Edmonds. I think that's quality depth. We have depth now, but I think that's quality depth. Here's the biggest thing about it would be, well, he's on a contract year. You would have to pay him next year. So what is Josh Jacobs going to want next season? I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. You don't deserve the bag. You haven't done anything. You're always hurt. You don't get the bag. So if he wanted if we could get him for a Chase Edmonds contract, which is about 5.5 a year or 6.5 a year, I would love to have Josh Jacobs for that. Like, yeah, we could do Josh Jacobs and Chase Edmonds, the 1-2 punch. And I would absolutely love that. But if the numbers ain't right, then nah, it's not happening. But I'm 100% interested in Josh Jacobs.
You know, it would have been great if we had 2 first-round picks and that second pick, we drafted a running back. But nope, Dolphins want to mess around, lose that pick, and people want to turn around and say, it don't matter. Well, listen, it always matters. It always matters.
I ain't gonna lie, that hurt. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was doing good, but it's probably that you just hurt me in my chest with that. Listen, man, we appreciate y'all rocking with us. Y'all know what time it is. Stay positive, test negative. For Kadeem Simmons, I'm Charlie Touche. Thank you for tuning in this time. Make sure you catch us next time on Go Time. Already.
Make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's show time. Going all out when it's go time. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's show time. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Don't waste no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's showtime. Going all out when it's go time.
What did you make of, is it Trevor Penning coming out of college?
Trevor Penning is a right tackle, I think. Trevor Penning is a left. I think Trevor Penning is a left tackle. Trevor Penning went to, let's see, Touche. Let's see how far you can go back in your database. He went to a purple school. I think they were purple, and it wasn't a big school. It was like a smaller school. What can you fact check that?
Yep, Northern Iowa.
See, I mean, I kind of, you know what I'm saying? So Trevor Penning, I don't love Trevor Penning. He was cool, had some cool stuff at the Senior Bowl type thing. I think it was a Senior Bowl. It could have been an East-West Shrine Bowl. I think it was a Senior Bowl, though. But, yeah, I mean, he's cool.
You see what he's been up to this week?
I like it.
So him being kicked out of practice because he started 3 fights in 3 days.
Kadeem, I'm going to bring somebody on the podcast. A former NFL football player. And I'm going to see if we could get this former NFL football player on the podcast within the next couple episodes. But, you know, when you're talking about former NFL football players, it's hard. We never know. So I'm going to try to get this former NFL football player on the podcast and see if we can get him to tell some of his stories. But I know some of his stories, and they're the funniest stories, and they make sense. So if you're a rookie and people try to like shout out to I forgot the Miami Heat coach's name, but you ain't gonna rook us. You're not gonna rook me. You feel me? So sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So yeah, I'm not an advocate for fighting, but he's not a Dolphin. But I do want to tie that into Austin Jackson pancaking people.
Why
You know
did you
what I'm saying?
go there? I was gonna go
Nah,
next.
it don't matter. We a team, Kadeem.
I
Why
know,
you mad that I scored? Why you mad? You got the
I'm saying,
assist.
like,
Like
this is what we do. Like, I know this is what we do. I'm saying, like,
you see, hey Kadeem, what happened to why can I score? Remember that episode? You like, why can I score? Why can't you pass the ball to me and I score? Yo, this you got the assist and I just threw it down. Austin Jackson, flapjacks, pancakes, crepes. Y'all call them crepes over. Y'all got crepes.
Yeah, but we call them crepes.
What's more popular over in London? Crepes or pancakes?
I guess pancakes. Like we have National Pancake Day.
Yeah. Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Pancakes. Y'all call them flapjacks? Oh, y'all just call them pancakes.
Pancakes.
Dang. Something y'all finally like there's cohesion there now. We could finally like something together. Pancakes. But yeah, man, I told you Austin Jackson was going to be a better run blocker than he is a better pass blocker. I told you that.
Yeah, you did.
Pancake Jalen Phillips, by the way. It was Phillips didn't have a chance.
That was Austin Jackson saying, remember the other day when I went viral because of what you did to me? Nah, it's my turn. Yeah. When Jaden Phillips pushed Austin Jackson like he's a little kid.
Yeah. I like it. Iron sharp as iron.
Also, next episode of Go Time Dolphins, the announcement of 2 Dolphins giveaways because I'm behind on one and I've got another one. So next Dolphins episode, 2 Dolphin giveaways from your boy Kadeem Simmons. If that's not a reason to come back for the next episode, then I have no idea what is.
I ain't gonna lie, Kadeem just took all the credit he said he's giving some stuff away. I could have swore Go Time Dolphins was giving some stuff away, but I played passenger I'll let you be in the driver's seat and ride shotgun.
No, it's more because I said I was giving something away and I never got around to it, so I need to give that away. I'm a man of my word.
Go Time giveaway on the way.